No more prayers when the God dies. What the future holds when my palms high. Left in my hands and make it alright like woo. Yeah, never let in all your dreams. Put it into a dark regime. Transform the score machine. I ain't had no pot to piss and now I'm frying competition. Burn my way to top position. Scared of heat, fuck out the kitchen. Let him cook. Let me cook. Let him cook. Let me cook. Let me cook. Let him cook. I'm frying competition.
What's
That
up?
shit's, that
What's
shit's
up?
always so good.
How you doing tonight, brother?
Man, I'm doing good. That pretty good SmackDown we had.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was a very eventful one from top to bottom. It definitely kept my eyes from getting closer together, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
So, how was your week?
Eventful, busy. It's gonna be even longer now. We got this damn storm coming.
Yeah, I've seen that. Not sure. Not sure exactly what the parameters of. I've heard a few things about it. I seen this. I seen this meme today. Had this? I mean, it was a legit. It was a legit newscast, right? And they were making a
Yeah.
joke. And you'll probably see it the next day or so. But it had the storm rolling in, and he was talking about the storm, and he stopped and he turned to the camera and he says, "But don't be afraid." And then a Tyrannosaurus Rex comes over from the other side of the camera and says, "The storm will be pushed off." And the animation showed the storm pushed off up into the New England area, you know. And it says the T-Rex will save the East Coast because we found out that it's American.
Hell yeah.
So the T-Rex / Godzilla is American and not Japanese. I'll tell you what, I'm not into those kind of movies, but the last series the last few that they brought out with the Godzilla, and the one with Kong, holy cow,
Yeah.
really good movies. I was really impressed with those.
I haven't seen him yet. I was on the Kong ride.
So hey,
Part.
just a quick portion of Pancakes, just in case somebody didn't catch the show, The Plunder, last night or haven't heard. Tristan Wirth signed a 5-year, $140 million contract extension with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He actually finalized it today. They agreed to it yesterday. He's getting $88 million guaranteed. He becomes the highest paid left tackle / hybrid tackle in the history of the league. So
Hell
that's
yeah. And if you guys missed the show, you can go check it on the Plunder Facebook page. You can also check it out on 88. I went ahead and shared it this morning when we did the recap.
and right there. That's the YouTube tag at th.plunder 2023. Subscribe, like, follow.
Wait, is the word better if I do it like this?
Yeah. Hey yo.
I ain't gonna lie, man. This last couple of nights or the last couple of weeks have been really good in Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, we've had some. I mean, even though the last few weeks of Raw have been taped because of the Olympics and everything, well, they've been over on Sci-Fi because of the Olympics, but they were on a tour over in, what was it, Japan, right? And they were over in Japan, and they were taped, and they were still good shows, you know, and that's part of like what we always go to when we compare the AEW to WWE, man. They keep things rolling no matter what the cost, what the situation. You know, you see guys get injured, you know, even the fatalities that happen in the business. You know, they keep that product moving, and that's what I really respect out of the WWE. I mean, even back before, the new regime took over and it was the old regime, it was still that. It was different motives. Of course, it was all about the money back then, but now it's
Yeah.
about the people that they're getting the money from. And that's the difference between this regime and that regime. It was just about the money before, where now, it's a lot about the money, but it's a lot about the WWE universe.
Yeah, they are definitely listening more than they were.
If you can't see that, turn your volume up. You're deaf.
Yeah, that's definitely a fact.
Because you should have heard it. Like, for real.
Yeah, my bad. I had my youngest texting me. She tried to
Oh,
call me just a second ago.
life is life. That's part of the part of the show. We discuss life on this show quite often. So, it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, when I had called before we had gone on the air, she was showering. So, but thankfully, I don't work weekends anymore. So
That's
that's
sweet.
that's a good thing.
That's sweet.
Now, tonight, man, was the go home edition of SmackDown, leading into tomorrow night's PLE of SummerSlam. What were your thoughts on it? I mean, there were a few things that happened tonight. I mean, I'll go ahead and start off. I'm giving it a B minus, B plus. I'll give it a B plus because there's some things that I see the overall picture of that I believe are going to fold, play into the fold of everything. But what are your thoughts?
Um, I'm very comparable. I was very preoccupied. I've been doing a lot of content creating today. I've shared some of that with you as far as rough drafts and things like that. But I did watch SmackDown. I wanted to watch the press conference. Excuse me, I might have misspoke earlier. The press conference for the SummerSlam earlier. I caught some clips and read some tweets about it while I was on my phone, But the SmackDown episode was, I would probably grade it reasonably close. I'd probably say a B minus.
Okay.
B plus. You could arguably say a B plus just because there was a title change. That was written on the walls when they got a relatively quick rematch. Like that just you seen it coming. It's part of the storyline. I personally believe that they're trying to elevate the bloodline because right now the blunders of a certain Tongaloa, um, and the inability of another bloodline member to really nail it on the mic, because he's got fairly good in-ring skills, to be
Yeah.
able to carry that, persona of the tribal chief. But he's not really. He reminds me of Roman Reigns right after he left the Shield and Vince started putting the caveat around, the apron around his throat, so to.
I mean, when I'm looking at this, one thing I'm seeing, bro, Solo ain't that dude.
No, I mean, I
The look-
don't like him on the microphone right now.
Now, if we really, really, really want to get there, we'll we'll go into how everything started out with the night. You had Cody Rhodes come out,
Mm-hmm.
and you have a face to face with Solo, and somehow at the end we ended up with a Bloodline Rules match. And let's kind of see how that turned out.
Made, but it's the only decision I can make. I accept.
Now, what I did not show and what I've not been able to get the clip for is right before that Solo had brought up, if you feel that you can beat me, why don't you go bloodline rules? Because when you beat Roman, you didn't beat the tribal chief. You beat a weak man. Bro, writing's on the wall at this point, my man. I was going to go ahead and put this out there really quick because we've seen what happened. We'll get into it in just a second. We've seen what happened in the main event. I'm going to go ahead and call it out real quick, bro. We're going to get Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso coming back tomorrow night. Roman's coming back to reclaim that tribal chief status from Solo. Jimmy, we'll get more into it when we talk about everything with the tag titles.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel they're doing a little bit more long-term storytelling. They're pulling the Yeet Master back. It ain't going to be right now, but it could be soon. What are your thoughts?
Well, you go back to kind of think about what. Now this ties into Jay. All right, main event. All right.
Yeah.
It's time for Roman to appear. Okay. First off, that I just don't see any. You can't wait any longer. SummerSlam is the second biggest pay-per-view of the year. You cannot, arguably, sometimes Survivor Series can be up there depending on who they have. Excuse me. But SummerSlam is huge, and it's a spectacle, right? It's not a 2-night spectacle that's only reserved for, WrestleMania. So something huge has to happen. Well, a storyline that's kept the WWE on the top for 2+ years is the Bloodline storyline. So
2+ years.
Yeah. Okay. Better yet. Anyways, moving forward.
We've been running this shit since right before at the pandemic.
Yeah. Realistically, you're right. So they've carried the storyline. The point is, for a long time, right? Well, you bring Roman back now, okay? And there's a lot of chatter has been happening over the last few weeks about Jimmy. All right. Now, you brought up the Yeet Master.
What's up, Miguel?
Tag titles. We brought up earlier their list. Okay. A former WWE Hall of Famer, the father of Jimmy and Jay Uso, has been very extremely vocal lately on these podcasts, and you can go search all over social media for him. But Rikishi has been putting a lot of heat on WWE for the storylines. The recent one was him attacking the storyline of him being involved with the Judgment Day in Rhea Ripley, talking about, I mean, of course, he was mocking him, but he says, what are they trying to break his marriage up? And in all honesty, basically what he was saying was this kid is so over right now, he's damn near under again. Okay. And that's a fact. I will agree to that. He's over here shaking his head over here,
I mean,
one of them ways.
Not to really cut. I mean, I know you can't really just throw a singles title on him right now. You're limited.
Somebody and I'm gonna try to find it and bring it up to you, and I'll share it. But they were talking about how this year is the year to really take the foundation under Jey Uso and not only put it under there, but make sure it never comes out from under him, kind of like Roman Reigns. But by the end of 2025, he should be a singles world champion or heavyweight champion.
But see, that's the problem, though. That's the problem is, bro, he's been over.
Yeah,
he's been a single star, and we'll be straight up, bro. He's been a single star since 2020.
Right.
That's how he ended up in the bloodline. That's how he ended up out of the bloodline. You need, and you know, bro, I thought we were gonna get it when we got Jay versus Damian, and I get why we didn't, man. I get it. I get why you can't just go and have him go against Sami Zayn for Intercontinental. You got Braun Breaker, bro. Are you gonna kick both? You gonna kick momentum from both? I get that. Personally, as underwhelming as the brother versus brother match was, I really feel like we could have saved that for another year.
Yeah.
But maybe Jay should have been the one to end Gunther's reign. Because wasn't he the first one to pin Roman Reigns at a singles match in over, what, 2 years, 3 years at that point?
Yeah.
So you got this momentum under the Yeet movement, man. I agree with Rikishi. Now, the whole Judgment Day thing, I'm glad he deleted that podcast or that episode.
Yeah.
Because if you really want to look deep into it and you really want to kill the kayfabe, all three of them are technically married right now. So I'm glad he deleted it because that really just made the entire thing look ridiculous.
Yes, it really did. When he came out,
it made him sound more bitter than anything. But where I will say I defend it is, you need to put a singles title on Jey Uso, man, before the crowd gets from under him.
But not.
You can only hold him over for so long.
I don't think not that he's not ready. I don't think it's time for him to have a heavyweight or a world championship. But I think
don't need a world championship, bro. All he's talking about is the singles title.
Yeah.
Intercontinental, U.S. title, either world titles. All four of those are up that are potentials, bro, for one man.
What about what about NXT World Championship?
Does it make sense?
Not really. I think he's too over for NXT.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you could get a guy like Finn Balor as a singles guy going back down there as a singles guy, being the NXT champion as a singles guy because he's done it most of his career.
Finn Balor's also not over like Jey Uso.
Bullshit.
Not right now.
Not with the WWE universe, but overall, bro, if you were to legit rank them, Finn would easily be higher.
Well, you're talking international. I'm not. I'm talking WWE.
I'm just talking about overall wrestling ability.
Well, I'm talking about.
That being said, though,
wrestler.
This point is being made, though. You need to put a singles title on Jey Uso
100%.
this year, bro.
Yes.
You talked about this shit in January. You talked about it after Mania. Why the hell have you not pulled the trigger?
I agree. And that's the why I even brought it up. But see, to my point, why I brought that up, to my point, you put the tag titles back on Jay and Jimmy. To go back to your original question, what do I see happening? I see Roman Reigns coming back, okay? I see him following Solo's chance at becoming the champion right now. To ignite that we've seen coming. I mean, he's literally called his name out 3 times in 3 consecutive weeks. It's coming. We're talking 1 month of prepping this up. That's if you've paid attention, that's perfect timing for somebody to walk through the curtains. Now, my question is, what is the over-under on his fucking entrance music when he comes in?
I mean, not really. I'm not.
What do
To
you
be blunt, but
if
I
Roman
mean,
coming in
and
on what's his
yeah, but with all that, I'm sticking to the moment because we're going
probably?
to talk about it. We've seen the main event tonight turn into the Bloodline recapturing tag team championships
Yeah,
when Jacob Fatu and Tamatonga defeated DIY.
a really
Now,
good
what
match.
does this mean? What does this mean? I see where you're going. Jay's going to get thrown back into the tag team title picture, and it's going to be an unfortunate one for a moment.
Hmm.
And the reason I'm saying that is because you're going to see Bloodline with the titles or the tag titles for a minute,
Yeah.
and I mean I'm cool with that. I'm not against it, but tomorrow you're going to see Jimmy return before Roman. Because what does Big Brother Jimmy always do to the little brother in the middle of a world title match? Why not pull the referee out? It's Bloodline rules.
Yeah.
Pull the referee out, pull your brother out, even super kick your brother, and then at the end, after everything's said and done, Roman comes out and makes Solo acknowledge him.
Here,
I want to say before we go any further, let's kind of show within that promo how Cody Rhodes is looking at this match tomorrow night.
I ain't scared of you either, you dumb son of a bitch.
Go ahead.
real quick, that was beautiful, Cody. But you should be. To go back to what you were just saying, what if, the Monday after WrestleMania is the biggest WrestleMania or the biggest Monday Night Raw of the year, correct?
Yeah.
What if Jimmy Uso is the lone entrant to interfere tomorrow, causing Solo? There's a confrontation on Monday Night Raw in the ring, not physical at this.
Why would it be? You mean on SmackDown?
No, or yeah, on SmackDown.
I would say SmackDown. SmackDown belongs on SmackDown.
Sorry, saying SmackDown. The next episode of SmackDown. I keep forgetting it's separated like a sumbitch now, for real. But then you get Roman coming back on SmackDown.
It's too big of a star, bro. And think
But
about it.
how
Hang
do
on,
you
though.
work out the
In the
I'm trying to,
history of wrestling, look at all your big returns. They ain't happening on fucking SmackDown. They ain't happening on Raw like that. Mommy returned to set up her match at SummerSlam.
right.
So that was fitting. I can understand certain returns. Now, I will say, speaking of Monday night, I was expecting to see Wyatt Six versus, this new Chad Gable deal at
Yeah, I'm
SummerSlam. But
disappointed it happened, but oh well.
yeah, I hate that we gotta wait till Monday night, but I'm glad that we gotta wait till Monday night.
Well, I'm like, what the shit?
Yeah. Now, back to that. Back to the original. When it comes to these returns, and it ain't to set up a match for the event, Roman Reigns returned last time at SummerSlam.
So you're saying both of them will interfere in this one match?
Oh yeah, it's Bloodline rules. The Rock's even gonna be in this, bro. He ain't filming right now.
Is he done?
From what I understand, yeah.
Okay.
I believe from what I've seen, he's been done for a couple weeks now. He's just been kind of getting back into
In shape.
yeah.
Huh. Okay.
I don't know how true it is, but that's something to look at too, man. It's one of your pillars, and we'll get into tomorrow night on the pre-show
Yeah.
about the in-depth history for SummerSlam. But bro, this is one of your main four. Why wouldn't you have The Rock come back? They announced War Games
Yeah.
November 30th. What better time than now, bro? You get The Rock coming back for a couple of months. And then it'll be perfect time for the release of Moana 2. And you mean to tell me you wouldn't love to see Rock? Hear me out on this, bro. Bad blood. Do you get Rock and Cody Rhodes?
No.
It could easily be part of the story that leads up to next WrestleMania. Because that's October. November gives you Survivor Series.
You do Cody and Seth.
Why would you do Cody and Seth?
Cody and Kevin.
You could. You
Or
can
Randy.
do.
Randy is who I expect.
I see Randy happening down the line.
That means Cody's going to have that belt a long time. Because I see that.
I mean, not to disparage this whole championship run, but he's kind of chased it for a couple of years.
I know.
Why not let him hold it for? I mean, bro, he could lose it at Royal Rumble. He could lose it at the end of the year. I wouldn't give a fuck. Like, I really wouldn't. You could have him lose it to The Rock.
So is Cody Roman a title match?
No. You know what?
Then
Roman gets his rematch against Cody, but he doesn't win.
I think well, see, that's what I think. I think maybe SummerSlam he gets the rematch for the belt. The Rock causes him to reignite that singles battle between them, but it turns into that triple threat that you were talking about.
If that happens, then maybe that's a WrestleMania.
And then whoever wins Royal Rumble's taking on whoever has the Gunther belt. Or it could be the Intercontinental belt. Has there been anybody to claim?
I mean, the Royal Rumble typically is your heavyweight championship.
That's what I thought.
From what I understand, it's been that way the whole time.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's ever challenged anything less than the top card title.
I don't think so. Now, speaking of world titles and everything.
Oh, by the way, Jake, who is that son of a bitch?
Say that again?
Jacob Fatu is that son of a bitch.
Bro, he is that dude. Hey, and let me just be the first one to say, I told you so.
Choo-choo.
I told you so.
More like, ha, ha.
When we talked about him signing, I told you, just wait. And I'm glad that they made him trim down
Follower
and bulk up at the same time, bro. I'm glad that they toned this man down together because you're seeing the wrecking ball.
Oh yeah. If you see, like it's the same thing with Kevin Owens. If you go back and look at where he was Kevin Steen, the dude had 30 or 40 pounds on him. What he is now, He's so much stronger because he put on that muscle and took off that fat, and that's the same thing that's happening to Jacob Fatu. And these moves that Jacob Fatu is doing now when he's getting in good shape, he was doing when he wasn't in shape smoking cigarettes. I mean, he's still probably smoking cigarettes, but still, like, damn, this dude is insane.
Yeah.
He could win the damn match by himself. He don't even need a partner.
I mean, he kind of did.
I mean, it was Johnny
He kind of did.
It was Johnny Gargano.
No.
I never had my doubts. Go to my Facebook post.
Hey, I ain't gonna, you know what, man? Here's my thing. I was kind of thinking DIY was gonna win because of being in their hometown, you know, in Gargano's hometown and all that. Like Hunter don't like the talent losing like that.
Look, DX is
But
not.
I'm all for it. Hey, I'm all for it though.
Shawn Michaels and Triple H can't do it no more.
Now, let's get into this. Let's get into this one. Earlier today, actually, Damian Priest live event happened. And within this moment, there was an exchange of words between Damian Priest and Gunther. Now, I do not have the video clip, was not able to get it, but I can produce the audio clip, so let's take a listen.
But when you step in the ring with me tomorrow at SummerSlam, you'll make that last summer. For 1, 2, 3, streets. You all under the impression that you were like a tough guy. That to me just means politically balanced. Scumbag. When it's done, you're going to be the one left with nothing, wondering, what do I do now? Because I'm a damn loser.
What are your thoughts?
I actually, I did see part of that clip on Twitter earlier, and I caught it from the perspective of Gunther. The camera was on Gunther, whoever. He was standing up on some balcony, and like, they don't need to do anything else. Like, this is the only match on this card that, like, I don't give a shit what you show me about these two. I want to see these two motherfuckers fight.
Bro, this is the match I think I'm most looking forward to tomorrow.
We were talking about this pre-show about how I brought up Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, and talking about pure hatred, because I sent you a clip of a tweet Drew McIntyre put out of him pumping some iron, and when he gets done, he lays the dumbbells on the ground and pulls his wrist up, and guess what's there? It's CM Punk's bracelet. He kisses it and goes off the scene. So we were talking about the hatred, real hatred between superstars. And then we brought up the Gunther and Damian Priest, because they have done a really good job up to this point of really building this story to where, like, those last two scuffles, all I want to do is see them fight. If you're giving me something to hear, that's cool and all, but man, put that shit to the side. Give me a referee and let's
Yeah,
see.
I was gonna say, bro, if you look at their last two scraps, bro, look at the one Monday night.
Bro, real shit.
Damien was throwing haymakers, man. Like,
Yeah.
he was throwing legit fucking haymakers.
Yeah.
And not even gonna lie, bro, I'm here for it.
And both of them are tough as oxtails, bro.
Yeah.
Before you cook them for hours in the pressure cooker. Like, this match is going to be so good. Now, my question is, how much will the match and the things that happen in it potentially affect Damian Priest and his role in Judgment Day?
Has everything to do with it. So, my thought process on it, you know what? No. I'm gonna save that part for tomorrow.
That's what
There's a lot to do with it. I'm just gonna say that.
That's what I was hoping you'd do. And the
Has
reason
a
why
lot to do with it.
segue to making sure, it's a segue to making sure we understand there is a multifacet of storylines going on at one time.
Yeah.
With just a collect, I mean, you could put this segment in the ring at one time and everybody that's branched off of them, and you've got so many storylines right there, and it's crazy how it's coming together. And this Judgment Day storyline is really building. It's probably about, I would say it's quicker to its level of completion faster than the Bloodline. And I think a lot of that had to do with the lower mid-card-esque, wrestlers like J.D. McDonough and
Now, I see where you're going with it. Although they are two separate factions storylines, the one thing I do like about Judgment Day compared to your bloodline, your original bloodline was Roman and the Usos.
Yeah.
You know them, bro. They were, not to say household names, bro, but they were household names.
Clearly.
And then you got the Judgment Day, and it was Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley. And it started with Edge until they kicked it, booted him out, went their whole spiel. But it was those three. Everybody thought Finn Balor was gonna be the lead guy. I even thought at that time frame, okay, we're gonna see if we're gonna get Finn Balor Bullet Club esque, because I was thinking that way. You're putting a dude in a faction. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah.
I still think it's down the line for that. It's leading to it. But the Bullet Club storyline, bro, I'm patiently waiting because I'm hoping we can get it full story.
Well, you didn't got to what in that promo that Cody Rhodes did tonight. He actually referred to Tonga Tonga. He says Tonga. I've known you a long time, and that's what he was referring to.
Yeah, and he said there was history that there's people that don't even know about yet.
Yes.
And you know what, dude? That is one fuck a title, bro. I want to see those two go at it.
That'd be a killer match.
I'm gonna be straight up, man. I'm sick of PG Cody Rhodes. Somebody needs to let them know that they lifted that restriction. because it's killing me. One, we're missing every opportunity right now to call Solo Sokoa the tribal queef. It is just perfect.
With his lisp.
Yeah. You know, but reverting back to what we were talking about with the Judgment Day, I love how organically they've grown to just great heights. Now, the one thing I do want to show you, man, is a clip from earlier today at that press conference, I guess, what you're alluding to. We're getting, and I don't think a lot of people are realizing it, we're getting a baby face Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. And this might be a sign of things to come. I don't know. I want to get your thoughts.
Everybody's eating in Cleveland.
I guess he's all right too, you know, but whatever.
Rhea, you never.
I mean, they went from beating up Jay to I feel like Jay might be getting a little bit of respect from the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
But more importantly, bro, maybe he's getting that respect from the Judgment Day.
I don't know if he's getting that respect for the Judgment Day, but I can definitely concur with the recent almost a transition we're seeing little by little over the last few weeks with each of those characters when they're together and when they're separate on their different promos and vignettes and interviews and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You listen to Damian Priest heavily in the ring. He's doing his promos and he's looking at the guys like, I don't give a shit about nothing else. I want to face you mano a mano, you know. And he goes out there and he legitimately fights like a face. He doesn't fight like that heel character that he's actually led up to this point had been throughout his time in Judgment Day. And then, you know, you look at Rhea. Obviously, you saw as the last month or so of Liv Morgan prior to Rhea Ripley returning, you saw the heel aspect start, you know, seeping into her character little by little. And you obviously aren't in that scenario with storylines and the way they're going, not going to have two heels or two faces going against each other. You know, there's always good and there's always evil, period, in the discussion. This is like, you know, it's historic, you know, it's battle of all time. So, you know, you bring that back. And of course, Rhea Ripley, because she's even so far over, it is simple to make this chick face or heel. It don't matter because they're going to love this chick any day of the week. I don't care. Face, heel, I don't give a shit. Manager, you know, ring announcer, I love Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, you know what, bro? Seeing her transition
I can
and
really
being in audience for her first ever women's championship at WrestleMania when she beat Charlotte and Ray J. Like, bro, that was cool.
Yeah.
Like, that was seeing her growth, bro, is so just phenomenal.
Yeah,
like
battle on her. She wasn't quite ready, but she was, because at that point, I don't think with Charlotte was gone. Charlotte was leaving at the time.
Yeah, Charlotte, at that moment, Charlotte had plans to, I do believe it was either go get married or do her honeymoon.
It was to go get married. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, I do believe it was the honeymoon because I think they got, or no, it was their they went to go do their engagement or whatever. Because I don't think they were married at the time.
My point is, she was taken off, and
Yeah.
a wrestler takes off, they got to have a champion to step into place. And at that time, she was the most over, even though her combination of in ring and mic and promo skills weren't exactly there, but like clockwork, like it, as soon as she got that spotlight, it just sunk, and she started rapidly growing, and you saw her character, the physical aspect start evolving, and little by
Yeah,
was just
we all bought in.
dude, everybody. It was
Hey, I was buying into the female motionless and white vibes.
you
Like
know
I'm a motionless and white fan, bro. I like Chris Motionless. And you know what, man? If you turned them female, that Rhea Ripley is that with, I mean, side bro power to her. Now, you know what? Speaking of that, I know we had talked about it a little bit pre-show. I wanna lead into it. Somebody who went from having really no mic skills, no in-ring skills, to being one of the top women in AEW. AEW announced earlier that they have suspended Britt Baker. Did not specify for how long. Did not specify any reason. Now, fans are kind of, and I'm kind of also buying into this. May have something to do with Adam Cole posting earlier this week that he was moving back to their hometown of Pennsylvania alone. Could they be related? I want to know, man.
well after seeing, I want to say it was your post earlier about it. I went and started looking and reading, and you know, again, first off, this is AEW. Let's start off by saying this. So, yes, Britt Baker and Adam Cole are an item. Okay. That's a
Well, I
legit.
was saying that was the whole reason he left NXT,
Right, right.
and well, that was the whole reason he decided not to renew and sign with AEW in the first place
Yeah,
was to work with
Britt.
his fiance.
Yes, absolutely. So, my perspective on this whole situation is it could be related, but if it is, it's a work. Do I think the submission's legit? Yeah. But we're talking about Adam Cole. He'll go rogue on a motherfucker.
No, you know what? After I posted it, I kind of sat back, man. And when we did that all women's pay per view last week, one of the people that I made sure that I emphasized I used was Britt Baker.
Me too.
Corey was a part of the whole AEW excursion during the pandemic when
Right?
they were in Jacksonville.
Huh?
He was the reason I started to get into AEW as heavily as I did because it was, man, it was the alternative.
Yeah.
One of the people I enjoyed watching, bro, was Britt Baker. I was there when she won that women's title for the first time, bro, at Double or Nothing. Like, the entire. There was what? Maybe 3,000 of us in that Daly's place.
Yeah.
Bro, that place went nuts for her, and it was dope.
Yeah, she commands the crowd's attention.
I'm gonna be straight up. I think, and hear me out on this part. I know she's got legit beef with Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné, whatever you want to call this girl.
Mm-hmm.
I want to throw it out there too that she had filed for divorce earlier this week as well. So,
I bet
my man,
part of your comment.
huh?
I bet that would be related with the second part of your comment.
Yeah.
Shit.
So, knowing all of this, I know Sasha and Britt got the beef. Tony's wanting to push Sasha so heavily, and I don't know why. You know Britt ain't liking it. What if Britt decides to go to WWE, man? She's never had the opportunity. She'd fit perfect. Perfect. What if she finds a way out of her contract?
If she comes to WWE, they'll make a superstar out of her.
And look what they're doing with Jade Cargill, man.
Yeah, and there were rumors a half ago that they were going to split those two up because she really wasn't cutting the mustard, and obviously that's not. They're still thriving. They won a match,
No,
but they
it
didn't.
was well. What it was is she needed to. From what I understood, she was dealing with some little lingering injury,
Right.
causing a couple of the botches. They had her back into the training, and I liked what I seen from her tonight.
Oh, she looked good tonight.
She's still not ready to be a singles person,
No.
but I like where this could go.
Yeah, it's too late for that.
Hear me out though, man. Give me Britt Baker in WWE because watching her grow the way she was, if she could tap into WWE, bro, and do it there and grow,
Mm-hmm.
dog, ain't no way she can't be Charlotte Flair type level of superstar.
I agree.
Ain't no way, bro. She could be the next Rhea Ripley type power level of superstar.
I think the next level of that top level of superstar is already there. Just to let you. And it ain't look. It ain't a man crush either, but or a man crushing either. I should say it ain't a man crushing either. But Tiffany Stratton, you remove injury in the next 3 to 5 years, she is going to be that bitch. I say that with all respect. I don't mean that.
I'm seeing reports that she's got some couple things lined up with movies and stuff. If all that does not interfere in her time and
That'll
she can
slow down.
continue to dedicate herself, she could be one of the top females.
Absolutely. The way she has in a short period of time, like latched on to the persona
And
wrestler.
you don't have to give her multiple title reigns for long periods of time, shit like that. You know what, man? If Tiffany Stratton is in WWE and wrestles on the main roster 5 years, let's say 5 years.
Yeah.
In a 5-year time frame, if you gave her 2 title reigns and a women's tag team, I'd be alright with it. First title reign, Miss Money in the Bank.
Hell, give her a Royal Rumble.
And then give her a Royal Rumble win, which leads to a title match to where she wins that championship. The Money in the Bank, you do it the same way you did Rhea Ripley. You let her, except of course Money in the Bank style. You let Tiffany cash in Money in the Bank, win her championship, give everybody a taste of her, and give her a taste of the championship for a month, 2 months, have her drop it, have her work her way back through, win the Royal Rumble, then you get that second title match. Then you can give her some longevity with it. Give her 8, 12-month title reign, maybe.
Yeah.
I'd be all right with it. Because if she can dedicate herself, bro, like the way she is, I'm all for it, man. In a 5-year title, in a 5-year span, bro, I'd be all right with it. And that, I don't care if you have her heel or face. Have her both. We're doing it already.
And of course, she got a pink fucking briefcase.
Bro, hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. I expected that. That was dope.
That was pink, especially when they beat.
I give Nia props for that. Now I can't wait to see her use it on Nia.
Will it be tomorrow night?
I think so. We'll get into it. I mean, we'll get into it tomorrow night. Because, last topic, real quick. Tomorrow night, we are doing a pre-show. 4:30 p.m. We're going to go hour and a half before WWE SummerSlam. We're going to be giving you our predictions. We will have Trevor here. I am working on getting Corey involved. I know he's spending time for his birthday tonight, man. So shout out to Corey and happy birthday, my man. But I'm going to work on getting him. I'm going to work on getting Kevin Impact. We're going to give some predictions for tomorrow night, man. We're going to get into it. And then we're going to come back immediately following the main event of SummerSlam. We will be live again, recapping the event, and we will be going over our predictions. So stay tuned for that.
I can't wait. I'm actually excited. I'm excited for SummerSlam. I've been waiting all week. I've been every day. I'm like, oh, what's today? Oh, 3 more days. Oh, what's today? 2 more days. Oh, yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, woo.
Yeah, it's funny, man, because my kids know it's wrestling night.
Yeah.
And they even said it. They were like, when I told them it was Saturday, like, oh, okay, we won't be here. I'm like, yeah, I know. Thanks.
No doubt. Well, hey, it's been a beautiful episode of Pancakes and Powerbombs. Actually, just to let everybody know, in 2 weeks, we will start carrying more pancake material. We've got preseason kicking off next Thursday. It actually kicked off semantically last night with the rainout between the not the Cleveland Browns, but the Chicago Bears
and Houston. Who won that game? I was watching it. I completely wasn't paying attention to the score.
I want to say Chicago was up, and based off of the radio show that I was listening to this morning.
Okay, I was gonna say because I
didn't watch it at all. I don't really watch the preseason outside of my team up with the players that my team has. So I really
true. I was gonna say truthfully because of how we're set up with pancakes.
Yeah,
I kind of was watching for football purposes.
Right.
I was working on stuff for the plunder after we got off air. And all I know is they had said lightning was in the area. And then, like 30 seconds later, all I heard was, okay, so they're calling the game.
Yeah.
Well, it felt like 30 seconds later.
Yeah. It didn't take them long. A quick question for you while we're live on the air so our followers can catch a glimpse and be aware of potential changes. So we've got some discussions. We actually brought it up the other day.
Hit him with the shit that go.
We might or might not move the show to once a week, maybe do a longer show once a week, because we also have other obligations with the plunder, as well as trying to build this show so it might be easier to make one show a week. that's a little bit bigger and more impactful, as opposed to splitting it up and give us some more time. But that's something that I want everybody to be aware of, because we're still in kind of conversation on how we want to work that out. But again, I appreciate everybody that follows us, everybody that comments on our posts, everybody that watches our stuff, everybody that hits that like button. And again, like, follow, share, go to YouTube, subscribe, share that content, get it out there. The more you get it out there, the more aware we are, the more popular we are as far as the numbers of people we can reach, then the more content we can get. You know, we can start doing things like giving back to our fans, and that's something that I want to do. Speaking of giving back, don't forget, the Plunder Inaugural Fantasy Football League is coming up. I've started making advertisements, pushing out for it. We're going to have 12 spots, $20 entry fee. First place gets $160. The remaining balance of $80 will be a vote to donate to a charity of the league's choice. We're going to take some money, have some fun with something we love, maybe win some money, but we're going to give back to the community. So that's all I got.
Hell yeah. Hey, everybody that's tuning in, man, check us out tomorrow night. Well, tomorrow afternoon, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. SummerSlam pre-show, bro. And yeah, we'll talk more about the revamp.
Definitely.
Probably on tune in tomorrow night. We'll give details on the future with the evolution of Pancakes and Power Bombs, and also the Plunder. We're just evolving at. Hey, you know what, man? We're just evolving at 88. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's right. But until then, guys, yeet.
Yeet.
Shut up, bitch.